This changes things for the San Antonio Spurs, but not just the Spurs, the entire NBA, because the 2025 NBA Draft Lottery is tonight. And we know the lottery is for the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. That's right. Cooper Flag is expected to go number 1 out of Duke, and teams across the NBA are drooling at the idea of getting him and winning the lottery tonight. What's good, Spurs Digest family? Bryan Colbert here, getting y'all ready for one of the biggest draft lotteries in NBA history, and it's all about Cooper Flag. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that doorbell to be notified every time we post, Spurs Digest family, because it is the offseason. This is the best time of year because, yes, it's playoffs right now. However, for teams like the Spurs, the teams that we love, it is offseason time, and that all starts with this draft lottery tonight. So let's get right into it, because the Spurs have 2 first-round picks, and surprise, surprise, both of them have a chance. A chance is small, but it's a chance to be the number 1 pick. Let's take a look at this right now, and you see it. 3 teams in the top have 14% chance of getting number 1. That's the Utah Jazz, the Washington Wizards, then the Charlotte Hornets. Then if you go down and you look, a few teams above them, however, the Spurs sit with a 6% chance with their pick. Over 6% chance to get into the top 3. And then you see at the very bottom, the Atlanta Hawks, less than a 1% chance. However, it is still a chance there. Now, I know you look at these and say 6% chance. This is ridiculous. So why are we even talking about this? Well, let me know why. Let me tell you why we're talking about this. It's because we've seen it happen before with even less odds. In just 2024, the Atlanta Hawks won the lottery with just a 3% chance. In 2011, the Cleveland Cavaliers won with a 2.8% chance. The Chicago Bulls back in 2008, they got the number 1 pick with a 1.7% chance. That landed them Derrick Rose. And then, of course, in 2000, the New Jersey Nets with a 4.4% chance. So this has happened before, where teams with less of a chance ended up with that number 1 pick. And so, Spurs family, I am here to bring nothing but good vibes and good energy, because I am on the Cooper Flag bandwagon. Because if there's a chance, that means that we need to give the Spurs all the good energy that we can. Because imagine what a kid like this would do in a Spurs uniform next to De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, and company. This could be a huge night for the San Antonio Spurs. And again, even if they do not get the number 1 pick, they have chances to be in the top 3. But even if they fall where teams suspect them to fall, number 8, this is still a great chance for the Spurs to get better. And having 2 first-round picks, that is extremely valuable, because you have movement. You can move around. You have players that you can move. So there is definitely a lot of eyes on the San Antonio Spurs, and rightfully so, because, again, there is a chance that they could have that number 1 pick in Cooper Flag. And how incredible would that be? How amazing would that be for Spurs fans? So, again, yes, it's only a 6% chance. However, I need all my Spurs Digest family, me included, to give good energy to the Spurs tonight, because, again, this is going to be a huge, huge night. And even if you do not get a guy like Cooper Flag, you could end up with a queen out of Maryland. You could end up with different guys. This draft is so loaded. And to me, that's really what's so exciting about this draft lottery, because, again, even if we don't fall at number 1, there is a ton of options for us, and a huge percentage that we will end up in those top 3 picks. And I know, like I said, it's only a little above 6%, so you say huge percentage. But when I name all those NBA teams that have done it before, just in 2024, you got to be feeling pretty good. And I think that's how Spurs fans feel, right? As long as there's a chance to get better, because we've already seen what this roster is like. I don't think we're just a Cooper Flag away. Cooper Flag makes that huge difference, but we don't need necessarily a bona fide superstar. We can get a guy like Queen. We can get a guy like Knoepel, who can come in and play and impact this game. So it's so exciting to see what this draft lottery will be. And we will be covering it for you, Spurs Digest family. We will make sure we are covering it the minute we find out the results of the lottery. Our guy Keenan will be dropping a video. I think me and Josh are going to do a duo reacting to it, because, again, this is the exciting time right now. All the speculation gets to end after tonight. We saw, basically since Victor got hurt, right? We have been talking about this draft lottery and the odds to get Cooper Flag, because every team in the NBA would be lying to you if they said they do not want a chance at Cooper Flag. So we have been talking about it nonstop. And, the team needs to tank. We need to do these things. We need to lose more games. We need to blow things up. Now we're here. Now we know. Because even, again, if you don't have number one, but you see where you fall, you end up in that top 10. Maybe you have 2 top 10 picks. Who knows how it ends up going? But if you do end up, those are very, very valuable assets in a draft like this. In a deep draft like this, I think they're a very, very valuable asset. So again, tonight is the start. Tonight is where it gets important, because then we get to know and really get to speculate where the Spurs will be. That's when mock drafts will flow. And again, your Spurs Digest family will have you covered through all of it, because there's so many possibilities. To me, right now in this offseason, the Spurs are possibly the most interesting team in the NBA because of the assets they already have, because of all the draft picks they have, not just this year, but their future draft picks as well. But also, you have the next face of the league. You have the next star in Victor Wembanyama. So you got to imagine not only the Spurs, but the NBA in a whole wants to see the Spurs get better. And that is a great position for Spurs fans to be in, man. Let us know in the comments. Rap with us. Tell us how you are feeling right now, because I know everybody has been waiting for this night. I know we have all been waiting for it. We're so excited. Where do you guys want to fall? If we don't get number one, where do you think we fall? You see those percentages. Do you feel a little better knowing that teams have done it before, knowing that you could get a franchise player like Derrick Rose with less than a 5% chance? That is insanity to think about. But again, if it's happened before, history can repeat itself. And I think that's why all of us are so excited for tonight. Spurs Digest family, I am Bryan Colbert, getting you ready for tonight's 2025 NBA Draft Lottery. Again, stay tuned to all of our sites, because Keenan will be giving an immediate reaction to the results of the Draft Lottery. And then, of course, me and Josh will jump in on the back end and also give some analysis, because there's going to be so much great draft talk after tonight. We cannot wait. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure that doorbell to be notified every time we post. And we'll see y'all soon as those draft picks are announced.